World of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model ever seen, crafted his own way. Engines growl in his care, frozen time into passion drives every beat, a symphony it is real. From classic rides to space-time, details deep is our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
Now, will that get me flagged for spam? I won! No one got it! Oh my god, no one got it! You're in the right area. It is space. That was Flash. Ah! It was Flash Gordon. It was the countdown on the Ajax. So I thought you might have got it from the little logos, little buttons. But they are similar. I wonder if they just repurpose them for all sci-fi films and they use the same button for all sci-fi films. How the devil is everyone? Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
So I finally won one. Can you believe that? No, you can't just write Flash Gordon now. I won that. Tonight's Stream Elements isn't working, so I don't think we're going to get many pop-ups on the screen. You see, I've got this error code here, so I have to turn that off. Don't know why. So there's probably going to be more people than normal watching me, because I think that affects Twitch as well, so people can't watch on Twitch. I ain't got much to tell you tonight, so I thought I'm just going to have a muck around. I am drinking rum tonight. First thing is, do you remember about 6 weeks ago, someone said to me, Wayne, go onto the Kraken site, you know, for the alcoholic beverage. Go on their Kraken site because you can apply for a brooch, a Kraken brooch. And I did apply and I managed to get in before they all sold out. And I finally, after 6 weeks, sent it to me. Look, check this out. Oh, I've got a metal Kraken brooch. So, obviously, in honour of that, which I haven't got on at the moment, I am having my Kraken and rum. Kraken and rum. Kraken and rum. That's a strong drink. I'm having my Kraken and Coke. Obviously, I've had a few Krakens. Obviously, I'm wearing my All Valley Karate Championship shirt because I went to see Karate Kid Legends on Monday. Karate Kid Legends is it's all right. It's an okay film, but honestly, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio didn't have to be in the film at all, and you wouldn't have noticed. I don't think any of them appear until well, apart from Jackie Chan. Ralph Macchio don't appear till like halfway through the film. So, but honestly, their presence really didn't make the blindest bit of difference to the film at all. So, yeah. I still want to see the Salt Path or Salt Road. I didn't get a chance to see that. But there you go. But yes, I am on the Kraken tonight. If you haven't seen, I finished my Spaceballs Alien, which I have got here, which I'm pretty proud of this. Now, Lou sent me the files for the whatever they call, but I ran out of resin and I wanted to get it done, so I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to use the ones that came with it. And I used the chrome pen to paint the tops of these salt shaker bottles here. But hello my honey, hello my baby, hello my rectangle. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. I did use the placemat as well. What I did was I mounted this placemat to some rubber at the back, so that can just slip in there. But pretty happy with that. Now, if anyone's been following my model building journey, I got all the files for Velma from Scooby-Doo. It's almost done. I'm pretty happy with the flesh tones as well. I'm pretty happy. It's my first attempt at flesh tones. So once that's done, I will post that up so you can see that. Did you call it a brooch? It's a pin. This is where Wayne would wear a brooch. Is it? A brooch is something that goes here, isn't it? I don't know. What's the difference? Since when do I call anything the right name? I never call anything the right name. Now, I was showing off some of the things that they gave me at Wonderfest. This was the Hobby Time Modelers. I was showing this, and I was just before the stream started, me mucking around. I was trying to see, can you see what's in here? Because this isn't like your normal ViewMaster. This is a 3D ViewMaster, and I was wondering, can you get the 3D effect on the camera? Which you can't, unfortunately. But what I can show you is what it looks like in there. Look, there you go, and then we can go way, and you can kind of get the idea of what's going on. What's the other eye like, actually? Anything? I don't know. I don't know. You can't see anything now. But I thought I'd have a play with that and just show you what that looks like. Okay, how am I feeling? I'm feeling a lot better. You'll be happy to know. Mounting the placement stick on a separate piece is the only way to use it. Yeah, that's what I did. So, and then I can move it around and take it off if I don't want to use it. So, yeah, I'm feeling much better. I have got a cough still. So if I'm coughing during the stream, I apologise for that. Also, if anyone's got something called... Wait, clean the ViewMaster. Yeah, I need to, don't I? I need to clean the ViewMaster big time. Has anyone got... stand by. Has anyone got omatophobia? Omatophobia. I bet you're like, what's omatophobia? Has anyone got a fear of eyes? Okay, because obviously, as you know, at the beginning of the week, I had some sort of pink eye in my eye, or discharge and all that. So I've been on antibiotics until this morning, and as you can see, it's all cleared up. What hasn't cleared up is I do have a cyst on my eyeball. So if you don't like eyes, turn away now. But check this out. Can you see that? How weird is that? Now, it's not bothering me at all, but I don't know. I'm just going to keep my eye on it. Never noticed that before, so I'm going to name it Mini-Me. It's a Mini-Me cyst on my eye. I don't know how I got that. No idea. So that's that. What else? I have been doing some new builds. So the Toyota Supra, I have got it. I just haven't built it. That's probably going to be on the channel next week. And I'm thinking in the next week we are going to get the announcement for this little bad boy. Now, I built the first two stages of this, and I can't believe the Lich King armor is fully metal. And I'm talking the inside of the helmet there, the great big spaulders there. It's just crazy metal, and it's really heavy with just the bits we've done. So I'm sure you're going to absolutely love that video. Unfortunately, what it does mean is that I'm now completely and utterly addicted to Warcraft again. So I've been playing the War Within, and in the space of like a day now, I've gone from level 70 to 75. Maximum level is 80, so not too bad getting that there. Fear of embroidery. Mrs. Welder Wayne, I don't know if anyone knows that I spoke to Ian about this embroidery machine. Now, it is an expensive purchase, but Mrs. Welder Wayne loves her embroidery machine, and I really wanted to get it for her. So Ian's let me pay in installments, which is cool. So I bought Mrs. Welder Wayne that sewing machine, the really ginormous one. And probably the biggest mistake I've ever made, because I haven't seen Mrs. Welder Wayne since. It's like she's run off with another man. She's been down there making stuff big time with this thing. So I'm glad it makes her happy. So she's in her element, and she's on there. Warcrack, yes, World of Warcrack, Paul. Big time World of Warcrack. But you'll see about all my character and stuff when your video goes up, because I did record myself. So what are we doing? That very long spaceship in Spaceballs would be a great build. I don't think I've got enough filament for that, Adrian. Did you say Velma? Velma. Yeah, what is it? Velma? It is Velma. I can't pronounce her blooming name either. It's the rum, Bill. It's the rum. I keep confusing Wilma from The Simpsons with Velma from Scooby-Doo. Crazy. Hello, Wayne. I almost managed to get the Lancaster bomber doors to close. Was a lot of straightening and bending the hinges, but only a slight bit, mine. They ain't perfect. Well, Andy, we are getting another set of hinges. We're getting a third set of hinges, because they realised the second set of hinges that they replaced for the first set don't work either. So we're getting a third set. Next Sunday, everyone, just so you know, I'm going to be at Duxford next Sunday. This Sunday, no, let me get this right. Wait a minute. Yeah, this Sunday's Father's Day. So I'm actually going back to Rockingham Castle, where they filmed Top Secret, because they got the jousting on. And I love the jousting. I'm always rooting for the Black Knight. And yeah, they're on horses, and they've got proper jousting poles and everything. So I'm going to have my own little Game of Thrones sort of like first night thing going on Sunday. But next Sunday, I am going to Duxford Air Show. So that should be fun. Red Arrows are going to be there as well. Great SFX on the yeah, no expense spared, John. I'm telling you. Have you seen Wayne's brooch? Yeah, have you seen my brooch? It's a brooch. See, a pin I would have thought would be something with paper in it and like a shield on it, but something that's actually just like a metal. I think that was a brooch, or does a brooch have a jewel in it? I don't know. I don't know. No, but you have got what's a metaphobia? It's an alien in your eye. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah, make it go away. Yeah, it should do. It should do. I contracted that in America. That's what I reckon. I reckon just with the whole MCM Comic Con back for 2 days, flying out to America doing the red eye both times. I'm sure my eyes are just like, oh, we give up. We submit. We need rum. So I haven't been hydrating myself enough. So there you go. It's the alien getting out. Yeah. If I'm doing the stream and then suddenly it's like boom, you know why? You know why. 2 ad breaks in 5 minutes. It's conservative, the abs are. Now, I've been doing a lot of tests for YouTube, to say, you know. Yes, I can't stand any vowels. Nah, nor can I. So the test we did on Wednesday, where it took a public stream and then turned it into a member stream with only a minute's notice. I fed back all the information, and I don't know where it's going from that. I don't have to do it again, so that's cool. So, don't know what they're planning. But it is nice to help YouTube. I've got another thing I've got to help them with. I've got to do an interview with them for 30 minutes in a couple of weeks. But I don't know about what. It's just about my YouTube channel. So that's going to be interesting. You've had one too. Did it go away? Esther had a teacher friend in her school who had one, and he had to have his, like, cut. Oh, I don't want anything sharp in my eyes. That's just nasty. Well, Wayne, you were at Wonderfest. Yeah, I understand, Paul. Quite a few people got ill. I know Ian Pitstain got ill. Lou, you sounded like you had a deep voice on the Monday. I don't know if you did. I know Joe. Did Joe Hudson feel? I think he wasn't well either. So not good. It's the con crud, and I think I can't remember if it was Ian who made a valid point. That we lead a very introverted hobby building model, so we don't really go out much. All right, I'm speaking for everybody. I did mention this yesterday. I don't really go out much, and when I'm doing my walks, I'm normally on my own anyway. So I'm not being subjected to all the pathogens that are currently, the the rage at the time. So obviously my body's now just been subjected to all of them. So it's no wonder that I actually got something. The embroidery machine is her version of a partwork subscription. Well, I mean, if she wants to come up here and show some of the things she's already been printing, then I'm happy for her to do that. But can it make brooches? I don't know. Can it make brooches? I like my brooch. You know what? I'm going to put my brooch on because now I know that I've triggered you. I know I've triggered you. So I'm not going to call it a pin at all now. I'm going to call it a brooch. I'll put my brooch on. And then you can look at my brooch and see how it is. Stand by. Although it has got a pin on the back, so I guess that makes it a pin. But you know what? In the UK, we never called pins. We called them badges. So we got a badge. But this isn't a badge because it doesn't have a paper and it's a brooch. I don't know. Hi, James. How's it going? Have you recovered from Wonderfest yet? Talking about Sprueverse, you're doing the Stanarts Tuscan Raider, aren't you? Looks pretty cool. Have you finished that? I saw a picture, but I don't know if you've got a video up yet. That looks pretty good. I do like the fact that we've come back from Wonderfest and we're all instantly getting on the things we built. So I've done my Spaceballs thing. I already did the... Let me show you. Hang on. Once again, I already did the V Blaster, which I need to put somewhere. At that last... I did that last week, didn't I? Got no memory. And then, and I believe, Lou, you're going to be doing... what are you doing? You're going to do a spaceship this week, aren't you? I believe. Is it one of Keith's spaceships? I don't know. Are you doing the surfing thing? Shuttle? I don't know. But Ian did come over here and obviously dropped off that embroidery machine. He also dropped off this computer here. Everyone was mistaking it for a Commodore 64. It's not. It's the iteration before that, the 1980 VIC-20. Now, I never had the VIC-20. I never had a computer at that time. My first computer was 1982 with a ZX Spectrum. But we've got that. in the retro room now with the cassette tape, the cassette deck that goes with it as well. So we are really kitting out this retro room. I'm really happy of how this is looking. Um, Obviously, I've got me boom box there as well. All of these Marvel things here, they're going. I'm just letting you know that now. I've donated all of these to my local shop that called Cards Unification, cards for unification. They do Pokemon cards and stuff like that. Now this guy, let me tell you this story because this winds me up. This does. This guy's really trying to make a business of pop culture trading cards and Dungeons and Dragons. So he creates a shop, which is cool, and he amalgamates it with a bubble tea shop. So they all move in together, and you know they're plodding along. Now I gave them all my old Marvel movie collection figurines, couldn't sell them because they'll just break in the post. So I just let them have them just to help their business and help their business grow. And wouldn't you know, the little thugs round Corby, and Gaz will know this, I think Gaz is on here as well, smashed all the windows of the shop up, and it's going to cost £14,000 for them to repair the windows. Which is, you know, this guy's just started. He's only a young guy. He's about 21, 22. I felt so sorry for him, but it was kind of like a happy little accident that happened because what happened was rather than put window glass in, they put plywood board up, and then they got a graffiti artist in to actually paint Pokemons all over it. So it really does theme it as like a Pokemon shop now. So I've told him he can have all of these and do what he wants. The reason being is because I've got some new Star Trek ships coming, and I want to move them over to there as well, which is pretty cool. The other thing is that stupid me, I've got myself into another, not hobby, another collection which I never thought I'd ever see myself in because I just shake my head at, and that's Pokemon cards. I didn't realise there's so much enjoyment in collecting Pokemon cards, and there's meats and everything. So, and this is what happens when I get caught talking to people. So, don't be surprised if I'm opening some Pokemon cards on the channel soon. Uh, What's the Nintendo Game Boy behind you, Wayne? I only just noticed it's some kind of USB light. Yep, this again was Hobby Time Modelers, or Todd got me this. And this was actually shown on the Hobby Time Modeler stream. It is just USB and it glows up. Glows up really bright. As a matter of fact, all of the neons you see in here are really turned down. If you look at them in my retro room, they don't look that bright. It's because I've turned them all the way down. It's just that this camera really washes things out. As a matter of fact, I think Maximilian needs new batteries. I might have to think about powering him. I can't keep going through batteries for him. Did I actually leave Louisville? I hope so. Otherwise, I don't know where I am now. But it won't be long before we get to book up again, Paul, and I get to book my room. I remember my room number this time, so I think I want to stay in that room again. It's quite nice. You have glaucoma in both eyes. That's not good. I take it you get free eye tests for that now, so you can get it checked. I think I need to go to my optometrist and have it checked out. I'll just speak to Oggy and say, Oggy, what's this? Interstellar Modeler. This is a nice rum tonight. It's just a normal Kraken, but I haven't had a normal Kraken in ages. It's nice probably because it's not as strong as the one in Louisville, which just blows you away. CNC embroidery. Burgess, you wouldn't believe what this machine does. First of all, it's a lot quieter. It seems quicker. And, well, I haven't seen my wife, so it's doing the job big time. I think she said it's an Enovis. What is it? An Enovis XE1, isn't it? Let's show you this thing. It's ginormous. Look, this is what... oh, come on. Not working. It's an Enovis EV1. It's ginormous. This is the XE2, but it looks like that. It comes with loads of Disney embroidery and stuff as well. But she's happy. She's happy. She's happy. So when I'm bringing stuff home, which I'm not meant to be bringing home, I could just say, well, you got an embroidery machine. I've got a brooch. That's what I meant when I asked if Mrs. Rodaway was still enjoying her mechanical husband. No, I thought you were just talking about, like, as I said to Ian, every lady's mechanical friend. We won't go there. Velma was Patty's sister in The Simpsons. Ah, right, okay. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, but Velma's also the character in Scooby-Doo, isn't it? Scooby-Doo characters. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Velma Dinkley. Yeah. Is the pigeon statue still there? What pigeon statue, James? What are we talking about? um, my chat just jumped. Sorry when that happens because I don't know where I am. Wilma's, yeah, so Wilma is the Flintstones. Velma is Scooby Doo. They're very similar. Very similar. I remember once, did I ever tell you this, Hanna-Barbera? That Hanna-Barbera, they had two cartoons which I used to watch all the time. Captain Caveman. And they also had was it Sheena of the Jungle? Sheena of the Jungle, I think it was. And I remember once they cocked up and they had the artwork for Sheena at the end of Captain Caveman. I don't know if that was a thing or not. But because of that little error, it's why I remember stupid facts like that. But I also think Sheena of the Jungle was also made into a film with Tanya Roberts. Am I right? I hope I'm right. I think I'm right. Don't know. I enjoyed it. You got cataracts in both your eyes. That's not good. Both my parents had their cataracts done. It's a pretty routine thing. I think Vince, who did the artwork on the World of Wayne channel, he had cataracts as well. Are you a fan of the Beach Boy, Wayne? And what's your favourite song? I like their Christmas song, but Surfing USA. I only like the mainstream ones, to be honest with you. But I haven't done my Japanese for you tonight. So what did I learn today? I learnt no mimo no wa do desu ka. No mimo no wa des no mimo no wa do desu ka, which means how about some drinks? Love my learning Japanese. Uh Thelma, it was sorry my mistake. Ah, you've only had one advert. That's good then. YouTube are playing with my channel mainly because 6 months ago I said that I'm happy for them to do research. So I am sort of like their test subject. I'm their experimental subject. Hence why we did that thing on Wednesday. Lapel badge would be a bit more masculine, but you do you, buddy. Well, see, to be masculine, I'm not allowed to say watashi wa Wayne des. I've got to say either baku Wayne des, which is slightly masculine, or oi wa Wayne des, which is strongly masculine. Oi wa Wayne des. Very strange Japanese language, I'm telling you. You went to Warwick Castle once and they're using the trebuchet there. The noise it made phenomenal when it launched. Yeah, Paul, that trebuchet, they still do that, I think, every day, but they had to shut it down a few years ago because it used to fire burning sort of like things out of it, and it burnt down the boathouse. Now, because the boathouse was listed, they had to rebuild it exactly like they found it. So they had to use whatever wood they can replenish from the charred remains and use wood from the local place where it was sourced, I guess, to rebuild the boathouse. But that trebuchet caused Merlin a lot of problems at Warwick Castle. I came away from Wonderfest disease-free. The voice was hoarse from singing along to the radio. Star trekking across the universe. Is that what you were singing? Ah, Pat and Selma, sorry, I'm not long finished work and my brain is just not working anymore. David, my brain never works, especially on a Thursday night when I'm drinking rum. By the way, everyone, I was going to be doing the Transformers Optimus Prime tomorrow, but because I haven't done Megazord for ages, I've done the Megazord, and what I've done is I've dispensed from doing packs. So what I'm doing is I'm doing just as many as I can get in as possible because I've got loads to do. So I think I managed to do 10 stages today of that. So the video will be up tomorrow, 10 stages of the Megazord, which is cool. You have iritis in the eyes. It can cause severe vision loss and even blindness. That's not good, Gaz. Now, Gaz, can you email me again? I know you gave me your street. Can you give me your address, as in like number? And if you're home, I'll just either pass it and leave it outside your house. Because Gaz is the person that I gave the Jeff Gordon mug to. But he's in Corby, so I figured, well, while I'm walking past, I'll just give it to Gaz. So, but yeah, just email me your number and I'll just leave it outside your house, or I'll knock and see if you're in. Because I have to pass down your way when I go and see my dad in the care home. So, all cool. That would be cool. Would like to see what she's made, what she has made. Yeah, no, there you go, Mrs. Wilder Wayne. So if you are watching, I don't know what she's got. She's making some like teacher tote bags at the moment, I guess. It's a badge. Will's Workshop is a badge. Oh, right, talking about that. You know, I keep giving things away at the moment. Like, I'm giving this away, I'm giving that. I got a game about 5 years ago to review, which I never did because, well, they didn't ask for a review. But I've never played the game as well. Does anyone play board games? Because if they did, then once again, can you email me if you are interested or want this, and I will randomly pick someone. If I don't get back to you, it means I'll pick someone else. Okay, just so you know. But if anyone wants the Back to the Future Dice Through Time game, board game, then I'm happy to send this on to you. Now, this hasn't been opened, as you can see. Look, it's still got the cellophane on it, so it's all. Let me just open this as well. It's all completely still wrapped up, ready to go. So if anyone wants that, then let me know through email. My email, I don't know, I've got my email address on there. Look, I'll stick all my links on there and you can follow that. It's wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. I'm happy for someone to have that and I'll send that out to you. Doesn't matter if it's in the US either. Don't panic about that. I can send that abroad. No problems. And then that'll be another thing out my way because I'm trying to declutter at the moment. Lou sings in the car. We need a best sing along with Lou. Lou sings in the car. Phil in the car. He does amazing monologues. I think I've told you this before. You know what? I don't think we ever have to watch a Monty Python film when we've got Mr. Spruverse in the car with us, because that was pretty awesome, I have to say. The Tuscan Raiders finished. Will be up on the channel tonight. Oh, excellent! I can watch that tomorrow. And what day is it tomorrow? It's Friday, right? Okay. I'll show you next week when they're finished. Oh, she's teasing you. I'm making embroidered bags for end of year teacher gifts. There we go. I told you. Are you planning to add electronics to the V Blaster? I'm not, Paul. I mean, the only thing really I could make. I mean, in the show, this never lit up, and they just had a CGI graphic coming out the end here. Other than that, the gun doesn't light up. The thing is, this is solid resin, so I'd be drilling holes in it, kind of thing, you know. So, yeah. No, probably not. I mean, to be honest with you, I only bought this so that I can display the Cosmic Scale Models Phi shuttle with all the soldiers in a foreground, so I can have that in the back. Because I'm trying to do more of these, you know, like this alien diorama things, so that they have got a place that they can actually go and do their thing. I got inspiration from that from this this YouTuber called Lou Dalmaso, something like that. If you check out Lou Dalmaso's channel, the Aztec Dummy, he's got a museum in his house with you know, it's one of those things that you can. It's like a Where's Wally thing, you know. You can watch it for hours, and you might be able to find Wally, but you'll also find hundreds of other things you didn't even know were there. And talking about that, some guy called Stuart. Stuart thinks we should create a new feature on the channel. Let me just try and bring up my photos. Whereas I was trying to show everyone where I was in the Wonderfest photo, and a lot of people did find me. He says that we should do this. This is funny. Where's Wayne? So what happens is, right? Get this, right? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take random pictures of myself, or get someone to take them with me standing in a crowd, and you gotta find me. And I wear a bobble hat. That's cool. The Type 9 shuttle. There we go. What's my favourite sci-fi weapon, Wayne? Well, you just saw it there, Adrian. I love the V-Blaster. I did like the massive gun that Ripley has, where she puts three guns together and just goes to town on the Queen Alien. I love that gun. I've said gun twice. Oh, no. Three times. No! Don't say it again. Blaster. Blaster. I like Ripley's blaster. And the other blaster that I could have actually bought from Wonderfest, but I knew I wasn't going to have room in my case, and that was the black hole blaster that Star has, the android. So, call it what you like, Wayne. They never said a Blue Peter brooch. It was a badge. It was a badge, but if you've seen a Blue Peter badge, they were paper with plastic shield over them. It's only very recently that they had the enamel pins, if you like. We had a VIC-20 tape player optional. Yeah, I've got the tape player there. That's crazy. Wayne, for my information. What's for my information? I'm confused. I'm doing a Judge Death for the 2000 AD comic strips, Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd was big in its time, and Stallone tried to bring it back, and I think the reboot after Stallone, yeah, not that. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling more energy now. That's for sure. I won't be ill for ages. I haven't been ill for ages before that. So apart from migraines really tick me off. But I haven't, touch wood, I haven't had a migraine for ages either. So that's good. Um, Retro looks fantastic, Wayne. Very envious of you. Rock on. Thank you, Nigel. I still want stuff. There is stuff I still want to put in here. It's just sourcing the stuff. It's hard. It's hard to get some of this 80s stuff. And some of the stuff is completely out of my price range. I'd love that JVC camcorder that Marty McFly had. They go for stupid money now. What was the other thing? A speak and spell. I'd like a speak and spell. I haven't got a speak and spell. But we're looking good. It's looking good. Looking good. Now, this... we've got a car going. The 1.8 car underneath Maximilian there. That's the Corvette Stingray. I've donated that to charity as well. That's going to the RNLI lifeboats in Maplethorpe. They're going to have a presentation on August the 17th, like a charity drive. So that's going soon. So I'm going to have a shelf there that I can put something. Don't know what yet. So we'll have to see. You went to the doctor and told him I was having problems with my hearing. He asked, can you describe the symptoms? I said, sure, they're yellow, Homer's fat, and just blue hair. The VIC-20 was your first computer. Before I moved on, I was coding Space Invader games. Yes, I saw that, Andy Cowell. I'm going to probably try that after the stream. I figured that the switch must activate both of those belt lights. But it was a bit of a pain that stage 22, was it 22 at my Darth Vader? I got 2 stage 23s instead. That's the second time that's happened to me, you know. And we're still waiting for the Infinity Gauntlet, just so you know. I think we're on about 13 months now for issue 70, or parts for stage 70. Still not arrived. Yeah, there you go. Look, the twin laser gun from the Black Hole. I bet you would love to have one. Did you put that up before I mentioned it, Adrian? That would be uncanny. That's interesting. That everyone's saying I've got to go see the retro room. Perhaps I'll make it a tour. It's part of the World of Wayne tour. So if I know you're coming here, we'll do the tour. We'll go in the workshop. We'll have a walk around. Oh, by the way, my decking comes on Friday. So next Friday, I'm going to be building, not tomorrow, next Friday. I'm going to be building some decking. So I might do a little build video. Shall I do a part work build video showing you how I build my deck? But the garden's looking really good for summer. I'm happy. It was just missing that decking that I ripped out. So I've got brand new decking going in on the Friday. Should be fun. Your first was a Timex Sinclair 1000. God. You still got a few old Pokemon cards. Well, I haven't got any, but I've got family that do. But they've come a long way. I mean, I used to collect Magic the Gathering cards, but I had no one to play them with. And then I realised, hang on, it's the cards that people are collecting, not playing the game. I mean, how many of these Pokemon card collectors actually play the trading card game Pokemon Go? Oh, Pokemon Go. Pokemon. Because I play Pokemon Go on the phone. I don't know. You play with a 3D in real space Pokemon game, Wayne. I just wish there was a Dalek-based one. I mean, trading cards used to be really big. I know in America they used to... You had a big thing for baseball cards in the 60s and 70s. But we tried it over here by having trading cards for NFL. It didn't really do any well. Panini did well doing their sticker collections for football. But nothing's ever really kicked off. Magic the Gathering did. Obviously, they were owned by Wizards of the Coast. And now I think it's Pokemon Company or something now. I don't know who owns them. But it seems like Pokemon's really stuck. And that came out just before Fight Club. 98, 99, I'd like to say. It's been big since then. Have a ball in it. Have you got the next issues of the John Wick Mustang? I don't. I mean, to be honest with you, I had 16 boxes waiting for me when I come back from Wonderfest. So I've tried to get through the main things. There are builds I'm deliberately not doing at the moment. I'm deliberately not doing the Millennium Falcon. I'm deliberately not doing the Enterprise D, and I'm deliberately not doing the DeLorean at the moment because I've got missing issues and I'm waiting for them to arrive. So I want them to turn up. I'm deliberately not doing the International Space Station as well, mainly on account that we've already done the parts that I've got to build 4 times with these solar cells, and the next box was another one, and I believe the box I've got now finishes that one. So I'm just going to probably bundle them two together and then continue with that. That's almost finished now. I just guess we attached them. And I am going to mount that right there. I've already got a place for it. Right there it's going to go. It's going to hide my ET clock, unfortunately, I think. Yeah, the XE1. Look, the Stellaire Innovis XE1. Look, you even know the name of it. Perhaps I should get you a T-shirt printed. Perhaps I should get you a brooch. Wait, your brooch, according to Google, is an enamel pin or lapel pin. You watch. This is one of these mistakes that I wish I hadn't made. I was going to say, what was the film? It was not Labyrinth, Princess Bride, isn't it? I'll give you some advice. Never start a land war in Asia, and never send out your head as an SDL file to the general public, and never call a pin a brooch, because guarantee people are just going to start sending you brooches, and I'll just be inundated with brooches. Wayne now has wife credits. I do have wife credits, Will. I got little, well, we call them brownie points. I've got some brownie points. I don't know exactly what I could trade them in for, but I don't know. You went from the VIC 20 to the Spectrum Plus 3, then the Sinclair QO, and then the PC 286. I had the 386, but I did spend an enormous amount of time on my Plus 3 Spectrum with the multi-phase 3, because that had the disk drive. You could load games instantly on that. Wow, what's going on with chat tonight? It's going all over the place. Sorry, I'm going to catch up with chat. I just realised I'm a little tiny bit behind. You got 2 Pokemon packs from McDonald's if you want them, Wayne. Oh yeah, definitely, David. Email me and I'll give you my address, and you can send them to me. I'm going to be opening them on like shorts, YouTube shorts. I just think it'll be kind of fun to do. Have a regular thing where, I don't know, 7 o'clock every night. I'm going to open a pack of Pokemon cards. See what happens. If anything, it will draw in a crowd that don't normally watch my channel and help me on my way to my 100,000. When I print your head full of size, is it head or spare head 1? Spare head 1 would be brilliant. You should put a 1 in the back of it. That'd be wicked. Oh, the great Mel Blanc voice Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. Sheena of the Jungle, wasn't it? I didn't dream that, did I? I just, you gotta watch me. Don't forget Thunder, the Barbarian. I don't really remember Thunder, I have to say. Remember Batfink? Yes, you saw Tanya Roberts in Sheena. I have that movie on DVD. No way. So I did get that right as well. Tanya Roberts, she's no longer with us. Didn't she pass away last year, Tanya Roberts? Tanya Roberts, you don't know, she was the blonde in View to a Kill, James Bond film. It was truly sad news they came with yesterday about Brian Wilson's dead. Yes, it was. From Scarface, yeah? Am I thinking the right guy? Hang on. Oh, no, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one. Sorry, I did see a death of... so that's the Beach Boys guy. I'm talking about the Scarface guy. God, I've had too much rum tonight. Nigel's explaining it all. Velma Dinkley, Scooby-Doo. Thelma is Thelma Ferris in The Likely Lads. Patty and Selma are Marge Simpson's sister. She was in Beastmaster as well. Wait a minute. Beastmaster with Mark Singer? V? Donovan? No way. You probably just say Wayne, Des. They tend not to use pronouns if it's obvious from the context. You're absolutely right, Steve. They taught me that as well. So if I'm talking about myself, I only have to say Wayne Des. Or, if I'm talking about my job, I could just say YouTube Kai Cheyenne Des. I'm getting good, aren't I? Hajime Maste. Dozo Yoroshiku. I can't understand these Haganas though. There's 27 of these little symbols that I've got to memorize, and that's hard. It's hard to memorize. Well, wait, I've just got a new sponsor on the channel. What a superb name, Ace Acington has just become a sponsor. Ace Acington. So Steve has just gifted a membership. Thank you for that, Steve. What the probably the coolest name ever, Ace Acington. That is wicked. That is absolutely brilliant. Okay, I'll send it. No, excellent, Gaz. Thank you. What's the progress of the Agora Models Titanic? Alex, I'm at the stage where I'm meant to be putting a yellow line on, which I really don't want to do. And then I've got to start doing the rigging and the rigging points. I am going to get back on that. I was probably going to do that next week, actually, but I'm conscious that I've got the Toyota Supra to do, and I really want to get cracking on the Apache, and I also have 2 packs of the Constitution. Funny about the Constitution, I was thinking, I commit myself to these things, of doing a live stream for that some nights. I can't do Tuesday nights because Will streams Tuesday nights. Perhaps, like every other Sunday when I haven't got the kids at like 3 o'clock, and do like an hour of the Constitution or something and building that, because I have got quite a bit to do on that because 2 packs came at once. I've been giving it some thought, just so you know. Uh, what? I tell you what, read amongst yourselves, read that. I'm not reading that, man. Paul's going to take a World of Wayne size 8 baseball cap. I don't do those baseball caps. That was actually embroidered from Vistaprint because I couldn't find a decent firm that can embroider World of Wayne on that World of Wayne Adventures. I was meant to bring that cap to Wonderfest, and I left it at home because I'm stupid. Was that game created by Chris Leader? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Shall I tell you? Stand by. It's officially licensed by Universal. Uh, illustrations by Matt Taylor. Don't know. It's Ravensburger make the game. Doesn't really say. There's no names on it, but yeah, there you go. I don't really play board games, I have to say. You love board games? Have Game of Dracula and Bermuda Triangle upstairs, and I made Robin a Sherwood board game myself. Wow. Constructed, smash that like button. That's brilliant, Ace. Ace. It's because of Ace Rimmer. Oh, you're not Rimmer, but Ace Acington. That's a wicked name. You need to cosplay as a visitor with your blaster, Wayne. I would, Nigel, but you know what the V uniform's sort of modelled on, don't you? And that V logo, and I'm very uncomfortable wearing anything that even vaguely resembles that. So, yeah, that's probably never going to happen. It's been a while since you played board games, and it was mostly strategic games like Red Storm and War in the Pacific. Well, I played Risk. That's pretty much where I go for board games. There's a great board game I used to play as a kid called Kingmaker. That was pretty cool. But yeah, perhaps Monopoly. But Monopoly just starts too many rows, too many family rows. Oh, bless you. How's he getting on, Jamesy boy? My dad's out of hospital now, just so you know. But how's your dad getting on? Um, the Blake 7 Scorpio clip would be my choice. So that I need some sort of what do they call it when you cut something out? They call it redact. I need some redact button I can press when I'm about to say. There you go. You need Airwolf and the 18 van. Timothy, you know what? I'm sure if Agora models are watching this, because they're under the Universal banner, aren't they? They've probably already been speaking to him. I wouldn't be surprised. Hello, Ricardo. How's it going? Yeah, I'm a lot better now. Apart from that thing in my eye. And my eyes have. Did you notice in that picture that my eyes have got like red veins in them? I do find using Optrex helps with that. But I do think that's because they're still tired, and I still get tired because I think I'm still on Louisville time. I don't know. I don't know. I was up. We didn't go to bed till like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. Um, Part work decking with Wayne. Each week he puts down another board. It would be like that. I was thinking I'd just have like a Norm Abrams sort of thing, Wayne's old house. But the thing, did you ever used to watch This Old House of Norm Abrams? The thing is, like, he had every tool known to man that was like a mechanical tool. He had, if something needed doing, he had a tool for it. And if you were a common person watching that and being inspired by your show, and you're there with your little like a blunt bandsaw, I don't know, a file, you couldn't get the same results as old Norm. I used to love this old house, so that was brilliant. The old decking's gone, John. I already ripped the old decking up. So what I did was I ripped the old decking up and I put a 3 meter by 3 meter pond liner down to stop anything growing. The pond liner's staying, but I've punched holes in it so that water can still penetrate through, but it will stop weeds growing. But the decking is 3 meters by 3 meters. I'm electrifying it as well, so there'll be lights going around the outside. It's going to look pretty cool when it's done. Your first computer was the Sinclair 48K Spectrum. Mine too. Look, it's right there. That is the first computer that I owned. That had my, I don't know, 10-year-old fingers on it. I remember my first gaming console where you put the cartridge in the back of the machine. I think it was the Philips 7400. I don't remember that. I remember the original Atari system where with the tennis, and they had a Ghost House game and stuff. Um, There we go, jousting and medieval living history. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to on Sunday, Gaz. So if you're there, I might see you then. But I am aiming to nip out tomorrow, Gaz. So don't be surprised if I do turn up tomorrow. If you've emailed me, I don't know. You still got your first computer. It's called the Video Genie system. You know what? I couldn't tell you what it looks like, but I do remember that name, Video Genie system. You got a few builds to catch on: the Supra, the Batmobile, and the Megazord. Yeah, I got a Batmobile here as well. But I was born in Wolverhampton. These days I live elsewhere in the country, depending on where we moor the boat. As I said, Milan, all my family. I've still got family in Featherstone now. There's not many family left, unfortunately, in Wolverhampton. But I used to live in Wensfield, Heathtown, down by I can't remember the name of the church. St Martin's, is it? I don't know. The church with a big spire just outside Heathtown, by the hospital there. Lived down Coronation Road, I think. Coronation Street. I don't think Coronation Street. I think it was Coronation Street. Here we go. Look, sci-fi weapons: the M14 pulse rifle, Alien Sandman weapon, Logan's Run, original Lawgiver, 2001 AD Judge Dredd phasers, Star Trek bazookoids, and Red Dwarf. Got to be more Red Dwarf stuff. Been notified. What was that? Oh my god, I'm behind on chat. You've been notified there's an issue of John Wick Mustang out of stock already. I get that occasionally, Peter. I just signed up for something and then they instantly tell me it's out of stock, and then a week later they tell me it's back in stock again. I do think that might be an auto-generated message. So, did you ever build your own PCs? John, I did. It's actually on the channel. The PC I had before this one, I built. And you got me building it. I called it the Green Machine. Wayne Green Machine. That's on the channel. The Vectrex, I remember that. Oh yeah, David, I still wear them. Every time I'm wearing those Spider-Man socks, Mrs. Runaway's shaking her head. And you know, I'm the kind of guy. I'm still wearing Christmas socks. I wear Christmas. Have I got any on there? I haven't. I was wearing Christmas socks about 3 days ago. Actual, Christmas socks with holly and snowmen and stuff on it. Oh, I can wear Christmas socks and a brooch now. You had to take parts. You had to take parts of the steam train, replace them with new parts. This is my new pet peeve, and I had to do it again later. I hate doing that, having to take things back. You're going to print my head on the printer. Jabberjaws, Richard Timms. I don't remember Jabberjaws. Mel Blanc also voiced Twicky from. Did he? I didn't know that. Finally got the final 2 stages of Fan Homes R2D2. Going to finish it Saturday. Just scared. I turned it on and something won't work. I have a bad feeling about this. Nah, you'll be okay. Both of mine turned on first time, so didn't really have a problem. Although the first one I remember did have a problem with one of the wires was loose, so it was doing its own thing. But it did turn on. Hi, Ramon. How's it going? I'm good, thank you. Speaking of computers, Wayne, can you remember being able to go to the New Jays and buy the weekly magazine? Inside there was 3 or 4 pages of code that you spent hours typing all in. Yeah, the code was the easy bit putting in. Then the 3 or 4 days of having to go line by line to make sure you've got the colon in the right place, or the space after the comma, or you've spelt something right. Oh, it was a nightmare. All for a game that is like, I don't know, you controlled a little A going through a road which is made up of H's. Oh, they were the days. You're going to get a samurai helmet, Wayne. No. There you go. Look, there are 46 Hagana and another 46 Katana. God, see, so the Hagana, the Hagana, Hiragana, sorry, they're words of Japanese origin. I think I've done about 26 so far. Um, but 46 Katana, I haven't even started that yet. I think what I might do, Steve, is I might make myself cards like you would in school, like A, B, C, D. So then I can look at the cha, su, shi, ka, ko, ki. So, and then I can remember them that way. But that's not bad to say. I only started this Japanese since I come back from Barcelona, which is probably about a month ago, isn't it? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Constitution can't help it now. It's a sailing boat kit, but all I think is Starship. I don't know. I think you need a special mount to embroider on a baseball cap. I wouldn't have a clue, Will's workshop. I'm still in awe when I watch Mrs. Rodawayne use it. She can just thread this thing round and get it through the hole, no problems at all. And I'm just there going, I don't know how this thing works, but all I know it's magic. What she can do, it's really clever, is she can take a picture of something, put it into this embroidery machine, and it will digitize it, make its own like pattern to digitize it, and then it'll print it out in cotton for you. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. Um, I play board games often. I'm a published game designer. Wow, how cool is that? I mean, I'm just trying to think. Kingmaker. I don't think they make it anymore. It was an 80s game. It was a really good game. Maker board game. There was another game called this is the game I used to play. This was really good. Oh, you can still get it. You can still get it. Look, this one here called Kingmaker. Quite expensive now though. Quite a vintage game that one. And there was a game called, now let's get this right, something dragons. The hunt, the hunt for dragons. That's what it was called. The hunt for dragon game. Now this game was absolutely brilliant. Let me board game. I can't find it. I cannot find this game. It was something. Is it a hunt? The Great Dragon Hunt. That's what it was called. The Great Dragon Hunt. Yes. Now this game here, that someone's talking about it here, is here. Look, check this out. Now this is great. If you can look at these pictures, it won't let me enlarge these pictures, but you had like a slider here and your counter would go fast and the dragons are here. When you slid it round, the drawbridges kept going up and down randomly around the board here, so you couldn't pass if the drawbridge was up. Plus the dragons, which are in these little bits here, here, would change colour as well, and you had to catch a certain colour of dragon. I used to love that game. The Great Dragon Hunt. Um, your head's just started pigeon on my 3D printer. I wonder how many of my heads are going to appear in the world. And how many of my heads could appear in Wonderfest? But please make it horror or sci-fi film. For the love of God, please make it sci-fi, horror, or fantasy themed. I think you was thinking the USS Constellation from Star Trek, Nigel. Yep. The only person with more tools than Norm is Spruverse. And he's got 3 of each. I've heard Monopoly is forbidden in the Royal Palace due to the fights it would cause. Probably. I don't think I've ever played Monopoly where there hasn't been a fight. Pretty crazy. I'd love to get an M56 smart. Beep. Wayne's new decking. Anyone who steps in it gets a big V. I remember the Shaking Stevens hit. This old house. I went to see him live. Shaking Stevens. There's a blast from the past. Do you think they will ever bring back the X-wing, Stephen? It's the one question I always ask them when I go to fan home. Are you going to be bringing the X-wing? They told me that they had stock enough to make full packs of it, and the last time I asked them, they said they haven't. So probably not. Thank you, Paul. You need take care, mate. Thank you so much for that. Anyone watch Carwin Morris scratch build the Red Dwarf ship itself? I haven't seen that. No. You know the exact spot you were born down to square foot. I was born at 13th, 15th Avenue in Fallings Park, right in front of the fireplace in the living room. Now you can actually what 3 words that now. That's what I need to do. As a matter of fact, well, for this decking that's being delivered, I had to give them a what 3 words location, so they put it exactly on that spot. How cool is that? Pissed off the school bus me and the driver used went to Dots, the Department of Transport, is that? And they gave us a screwed up bus. That's not good. In 1993, when bulletin boards, yeah, I used to be on the bulletin. I was the bad person on the bulletin boards. I just kept insulting everyone. I was your adolescent troll back in the day. They coded a game, a control center called Olga, allowing folk across worlds to play graphical games. Was interviewed on BBC Two. Wow, that's crazy. Are you sure it was Dragon Hunt by Avalon Games? No, it was definitely the Great Dragon. It was called the Great Dragon Hunt. The Great Dragon Hunt. You remember that game? You got to solder the speaker back to the tumbler at the weekend. It broke off. I'm guessing, Wayne, the last tumbler packs are going to be coming soon. I'm hoping we get that switch wire, that JST that switches that little limiter on the left side. Because we still need to do that. If we don't, I need to do that. I think it was pin 2 or something needs to be changed. We need a latex Wayne head. No, we don't. A full-size spare head will take 14 hours. You got a quick printer, Chris. That head that you just saw took 3 days. 3 days on my Q1 Pro. I love that Great Dragon Hunt. Reminds me of the much missed copy of War of the Daleks. I'm glad people remember that. ZX Spectrum only had like 8 colours. And back in the day, I couldn't pronounce any of these. I was only young. So you had Magenta, which I called Magneta. Cyan, which I called Cyan. This is where it starts at a young age, where I just call things by different names. Although, you know, I'm going to die on this hill that my brooch looks good. Who can transform the bust of Wayne into a character? I'll judge it. I think, yeah, that could be fun. I'll just be scared about what actually appears, Mrs. World Wayne. Next week is the last pack of the tumbler. Yeah, got the cable in this week's. Right. So that cable is coming. Excellent. So we should be getting ours soon. I told you last week I'm not keeping the tumbler. I'm donating that to the fire service. So as I said, my daughter's a firefighter. She's they're having a charity day in August, I think. So I said that I'll donate the tumbler for that. I'm a believer of say it as you see it. Hey Wayne, at least you can remember names. I always forget names of everything. You know what, Jacob? I am terrible for remembering people's names. So if you do meet me out in the wild, and I do keep asking your name, or I'm hesitant to call you by your name, chances are I forgot it. I can remember your face and I'll say hi, but you need to remind me 3 or 4 times before I can remember names. Which is getting better, I think. I'm surprising how much I'm retaining from this learning Japanese. So perhaps as I'm getting older, my brain is retraining more. I don't know. But yeah. Someone should do the 3 days prop from Total Recall with Wayne's head. 3 days? You mean 2 weeks? 2 weeks? What? So it splits apart. Or we can have like a Mission Impossible one, you know? Pull it off. Ace Actington, you need the big track for the retro room. Do you mean one of these? Is this what you mean? Look, I was bought in the 80s. I had to have a big track, although I don't think I put instructions in this one. I had it, look. Oh, let's make it fire a gun. Hang on. Does anyone remember this? Let me turn it off. Fire free. I love my big track. Big track is cool. I didn't have the trailer though. I wanted the trailer. I think back in the day I had the trailer, but I can't get the trailer now. So, pretty cool. You remember your name? Yeah, but that took me a while, John. It took me ages. Oh, that big track is cool. Me one. Everyone loves big track. Big track is absolutely cool. We've come to the end of another stream. That was a trip down memory lane. What did we learn tonight? We learned some of the 80s stuff. We looked at some vintage stuff. We looked at some retro stuff. We looked at an alien. We looked at my brooch. We drank some rum, and we looked at whatever aliens are living in my eye at the moment, which is hmm, weird. We'll have to see what's going on there. But it's been a fun stream. As I said, the Megazord's going to be on the channel tomorrow. Other than that, have a good evening, everybody, and I will see you next week. Take care.